So you can see these are eastern bar bandicoots. They're only quite small. They've got these little stripes on their backs. They say they're rabbit size, but they're actually a little bit smaller than a good old rabbit. They're almost pretty much full grown now. This guy's, I think, is 2. And we've got the big long nose for smelling out grubs and food underneath the vegetation, under the soil. And they're critically endangered in Victoria. Thought to be actually extinct in the wild. But we're involved in a breeding program, and we've been releasing them back into the wild, or semi-wild I should say, so fenced off areas in Victoria.
And the breeding program, how many have you bred so far?
Oh, sorry, good fella. This year only 4, and last year there were, I think, 36. Do you know, Kim? I think it was around 36 were released into the wild at Woodlands, down near the airport. So that's a fenced off area that's controlled by Parks Victoria and CVA. The recovery team released 64 out there, and they're doing some trapping at the moment. So this week, just to see how their numbers are going. But so far, so good. If we can control those cats and foxes, then they should be okay. That's the biggest problem, other than habitat destruction.
And what age do you release them back into the wild?
They can be released anywhere up from about 6 months on, and they breed at around 9 to 12 months of age. So, but they only live for 3 to 4 years. So try to breed up as many as we can. But with most importantly, with the best genetics that we can. That's the most important thing. Doesn't matter if we put 1,000 out there, if they're all genetically the same, they're no good. So we're doing a lot of work with the recovery team to make sure that they've got the best genes possible.
And what sort of things do they eat?
Mainly insects and also vegetation, so grub. They love grubs, crickets, moths, all those sort of little critters, and earthworms, but also roots from plants as well, and fungus and things like that. So they're a bit of an omnivore, pretty much anything and everything.
And when can people see them at the zoo?
At the zoo, hopefully very soon. We're building a nocturnal house which will have them on display permanently. At the moment it's only during education programs, but hopefully very soon we'll have them on display in our Australian Journey section.
And we're able to be actually adopt one of these little critters.
Fantastic,
How
isn't it?
How does that work? That sounds really lovely. How does that work?
Yeah, I guess by donating to the cause, it helps save these endangered species. So by every cent that we get, it helps to get them breeding in the captivity, and then we can release them into the wild. So it's all very, very important stuff.
And do you have special names for them?
We do. Each one we get, because there's so very few of them around, they all have names. This one's Marin. But hopefully we'll have some more coming along soon, so we'll be able to do some more naming of them. So hopefully you guys can get involved in that, perhaps.
Marin seems very friendly to you.
Yeah, she's been hand raised, so she's pretty quiet. Actually, Kim, I might grab some of this bit of food. She might even eat for us if we're lucky. We might give her a mealworm. See if she eats these grubs. Not quite sure. So bandicoots are nocturnal, so they only come out at night time. So that's why they don't normally eat during the day, but this one's being hand raised will sometimes eat for us. But that's why it's really important to keep your cats inside at night time. So Wyndham's got a no cat at night time policy, right. And hopefully they'll start reinforcing that a little bit more, which would be great because cats and foxes are 2 of their major predators.
Right, thank you very much for all your explanation there, and maybe we should let Marion go back to bed.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
You think that might be good? Okay.
Excellent.
Thanks from Sanctuary Lakes. Thank you very much.
No worries.
Bye-bye.
You're welcome.
Bye.